Good morning, guys. Erin's here, and I have my apron on today because we're going to be making pesto, which is very oily with olive oil. It's one of my favorite things to make in the entire world because I love to eat it so much. All right, it's so simple, guys. However, there are a few tricks you need to know in order for your pesto to come out delicious. So first, let me show you our ingredients. We're going to use about a half a cup of oil, olive oil, about a half a cup of grated locatelli cheese, my favorite. We're going to grate that together. A half a cup of almonds or pine nuts or any nut you like. And then I have 4 garlic cloves. The recipe calls for 3, but I love garlic, so I added an extra. Also, if you want to make your pesto vegan, you don't have to add the cheese at all. You can leave that out. In here is my main ingredient. I have drying, all washed really, really well, about 3 cups packed of fresh basil. Can you guys see it? So something you may not know is that after you wash your basil very thoroughly, it took me many rinses. I actually put my basil inside of a big bowl, filled it with water, swirled it, dumped it, swirled it, dumped it, and it took me probably about 5 times to get all the sand out because it was very sandy because basil grows from the earth. So don't forget to dry your basil after you wash it because you don't want all that water, all that moisture inside your pesto. And who is back today? Felipe. He was dying to come say hello. So we're actually going to make this pesto inside Felipe. He's going to help us today. Okay, let's get our basil inside the food processor. Let's do that first. Let's open the top and let's put it inside. And after we put in our basil, then we can grate our locatelli cheese, which is a Romano cheese, an Italian cheese from Italy. So once your basil is in, you're going to put all the other ingredients in as well. But my recipe says to grate the cheese, so we're going to do that. Okay, every last little leaf, and you can see basil is a leaf. It grows on a nice stem, a very sturdy stem, and then you eat the leaves. And basil is a sweet herb. It's not a very savory herb. Okay, let's grate some cheese. So I have my bowl, and I have my grater. You guys might remember I grated my cheese last time and we made zoodles with my microplane, which has very small blades. This grater has larger blades. I'm going to use the larger one today. Open up my cheese block. And there's a little bit of the label of the skin. I'm going to cut that off very carefully. Great. Now, let's grate our cheese. And I don't know exactly how much is a half a cup, so I'm just going to grate away, and then we'll measure it afterwards with my little red cup. And it's fun to grate cheese, guys. You gotta use your muscles. And what can you put pesto on? Do you guys eat pesto at home? Do you love it as much as I do? Well, I love to put it on pasta, sandwiches. I like to mix it into my tomato sauce when I make it, or even just on a nice piece of toast. Eggs too. pesto. You can make green eggs and ham, like Dr. Seuss. Okay, let's put in our almonds. I have them measured out already, half a cup. And then let's put our cheese into our cup, see if it's a half a cup. I think we did pretty good, guys. I think it's exactly a half a cup, and I don't mind that it's a little less because I make pesto all the time without cheese. Like I said, a vegan pesto, and it's just as good. Carefully use the back of my knife to push everything into the food processor. Then we're forgetting two ingredients. We put in our basil, we put in our cheese, and we put in our almonds. We have to put our garlic clove, and we have to put our olive oil. The olive oil goes in last. So I have the skin on my cloves. We want to take the skin off, okay? So in order to do that, I smash with my knife very carefully. And then the skin, I didn't smash that one good enough, comes right off. Look, it kind of cracks off. This one too. So in go my garlic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes right off. No skin in our pesto. All right, are you ready, Philippe? Philippe is ready. He's already plugged in. He's ready to go. And I don't think it takes too much time. Let's measure out our olive oil to pour in as soon as we're ready. Oh, I see there's a little cheese left in there. Now it's empty. In goes the oil. Half a cup. Maybe more, maybe less. And I have a secret ingredient I'm going to show you at the very end. So, Philippe, here we go. Ooh, yes, it's chunky. Ooh, and my scraper got a little stuck. There we go. You see the walls getting nice and clean with my inside scraper? I love that. Okay, Philippe did a good job. Let's add some oil. My recipe says to turn on the food processor and add it while it's going. All right, let's check it out. I think it's pretty good. You can make your pesto as thick or as thin as you like it. If you like it more oily, add more oil. If you like it thick, leave it as is. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, it smells great. Oh, I forgot actually 3 things before I take it out. So my recipe also calls for salt and pepper. Calls for a half a teaspoon of salt. I have my 1/4 teaspoon today, so 2 1/4 teaspoons is 1/2, so we're going to use 2. 1, 2. Then it calls for black pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just going to grate it right in there. Not even going to measure it. And I like spicy, so it's okay if I use extra. Then my secret ingredient is dun 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 dun. A little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. You guys can't see it, otherwise I'll spill it. I have a whole lemon squeeze in here. I'm going to put probably just half of the juice in. And this really helps, I find, to keep the pesto really green and a little bit fresher longer. Okay? So let's mix that in. And guys, let's take a look. Oh, it looks really pretty. I have my scraper spatula. Take out our blade carefully. I just want to show you guys. It's kind of, like, for me, perfect. And you can, like I said, make it with pasta, on your favorite toast, on a sandwich, on pizza. I hope you guys like pesto as much as I do, and I hope you're able to follow my recipe and have a wonderful day. Bisous.